Hans Wormhat. One more quick video on great whites. I just picked some slides from screenshots from reviews for great white shark tours. And this place where I got the reviews for, they had very excellent reviews, but I mean, you know how reviews are these days. And if people spend a lot of money on something, they don't want to say that it was a terrible, terrible experience. And these trips offer something. It's just that they don't offer you what they claim. It's kind of some shady business practices. They're all called Great White. They'll always put Great White in the tour name, and they'll kind of sell you the story of, oh, you're going to see great whites no matter what. But then it turns out almost nobody sees great whites, and then they just say, oh, they're incredibly rare. Oh, they're not here right now. And here's one. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but you can pause and read it, I guess, if you want to. It's a very typical experience from reading through these things where trips get canceled. They say, there's not enough people, we're going to merge you with this other one. Oh, we can't take you to that island. Oh, they're not here right now because the orcas scared them away. Oh, they're not in season right now. Endless lists of excuses. If the great white is not on the top of your list, then the dive is a fantastic experience with copper sharks, seals, and beautiful dolphins. It was breathtaking. The team is friendly and humorous. There's a buffet. They feed you snacks, food afterwards. You got a full stomach. Um, Detour of sea lions. I'm kind of just skimming through it. The copper sharks that were fed joined us promptly and could be seen from close up. So no mention of great whites. What time of year would be the best chances of observing great white sharks? Shark behavior is unpredictable and cannot be guaranteed, and therefore there is really no certain time of the year better than the rest. There's no time of the year, it's always BS. And if there ever is, see, I don't think that there is. I just don't think that they're going to let a normal human. I don't even think that they're going to try to do like a Jaws mechanical. I think that these tours are just a total tourist trap. Bullshit. They're going to give you some copper sharks and say, oh, well, we didn't see the great whites. Great whites just don't exist. I do not believe that on any of these tours that claim to be great white tours. I don't even think they're going to try to pass off some Jaws mechanical thing. I think that they're just going to say, oh, darn, you're out of luck. Shouldn't, I mean, this is really, to me, this is some shady business practices that they call these things great white tours, and yet nobody sees great whites. Um, okay, just a huge thing. See, this happens all the time. Going with different companies, you would think that these things would be really well run, but one thing that you learn when you wake up to this fake reality, nothing is well run. People that manage stuff are usually idiots, and the reason that these people have positions of power is just because they're high up in the Illuminati, and that's why stuff never runs smoothly, because it's just a bunch of idiots, Orange 33 idiots running everything. The actual dive, very disappointing. There were 5 boats out in the same spot. They do chum the water and throw in fish bits. Our boat attracted 3 copper sharks who got bored, used to the chum, by the time we went into the cage. In 20 minutes, we had 3 passes. That was it. So great whites are a real rarity. Maybe a smaller boat would be better to get any shark experience. Great white shark tours happily took our money. Great experience. 5 stars. There were no great white sharks, but a lot of copperheads. It's just false advertising. They claim that these things are great white shark tours, but nobody sees great whites. We did not see the white one, many copper sharks. We saw plenty of sharks, which was truly breathtaking, but they don't mention great whites. So I would assume if somebody says, oh, we saw tons of sharks, but they don't say, we saw a great white, you would point that out if you saw a great white. Did not see great whites, but lots of copperheads. But they get 5 stars because nobody wants to say, "Oh dang, I just blew $1,000 and I flew 11 hours to have this experience." You know, I still saw some sharks, so I'm not going to say that it was a horrible experience. Refreshments are plentiful. Unfortunately, no great white sighting. Maybe the orcas chased them away for good. I liked this one. Saw great sharks. Okay. Did this person see a great white? Or did they just say saw great sharks? I thought that was just a strange thing to say. And here's the type of obvious, this is like either they paid some China company or India company for good reviews, and this is the kind of garbage that they get. No real life person leaves reviews like this, but they just sell you some crazy story. It was the first sighting within 7 weeks. They love to just throw out seven. We were very fortunate to have seen a great white, which was the first sighting within 7 weeks. What normal person talks like this? As for me, your team and your company have my 5 stars. This is they paid some marketing company for good reviews. That's what this is. Friendly staff, but a really commercial trip. We only saw 7 smaller sharks. Sad that all the tours are marketed widely with the great white shark. Straight in the beginning of the tour, the staff stated that they have not seen a great white in a long time. They just nip that in the bud. They don't want people getting their hopes up. They're sick of people getting their hopes up, I bet. So they just tell them straight away now. Oh, by the way, we haven't seen one of those in forever. I'll keep it at that. I'll just keep this as an introductory thing. But go ahead and look at Shark Tour reviews on your own. You'll see that nobody who sounds legit has ever seen a great white on these things.